Wow, that looks funny. What is this? I don't know why it's so oversaturated. Looks like I have oily face. Um, I have the sun is going like straight into my side of my house, of my head. Um, so I moved my chair to a different position to pretend that this is another day. But I'm recording another video today on a Sunday. This is gonna be for vlog 39. 39. And today on my list, I have the topic of I am an entrepreneur at heart. If you don't know, when I started this 30-day challenge, which is now on day 38, I wrote out a bunch of topics. And I wrote out 30 topics at first, and then I wrote out 60 topics total to talk about. And so I'm just going through those topics and making these videos. And so today, the topic is that I am an entrepreneur at heart. And the reason I want to talk about it is because I know that there's other people out there that just can't sit still like me, and they just have this calling to work for yourself, this calling that you want to be free from the daily grind, the 8 to 5. I don't know why people say 9 to 5. I've never experienced a 9 to 5. It's always a 8 to 5. Do you know why they call it a 9 to 5? Maybe in the corporate world, when you're some sort of executive, maybe it's a 9 to 5. I don't know. Anybody know where that come from? Tell me in the comments. Anyway, so my story begins way when I was in high school. I don't know what triggered it. I know that there was a switch of some sort that came off or turned on that made me that way. But I think the first thing I've ever done that was entrepreneurial is in high school. I saw that there was kids that were selling candy to raise money for some kind of school functions. And they would carry candy in these Ziploc bags and sell it to the students. And I was like, yo, that's a good idea. So I went to a store, bought some candy bars, put them in the Ziploc, and brought them to school and sold them to people. And raised money for myself. People didn't care where the candy came from. I mean, where the money is going. They just wanted the candy bars, and I had some in my Ziploc bag, and I sold them to them. So that was, I think, the beginning of my money-making thoughts that were not like, I need a job type of thing. Then when I was working when I was in high school still, I was in a graphic design program. It's like a technical school that I went to part-time. Half day in high school, half day in this technical school. And they taught us how to do design and print and all kinds of other things. And one of the things I learned over there is how to make business cards and flyers and stuff like that. And so I started making business cards for people, just people that I knew. I would design them. How did I do this? Because I didn't have a computer. I think I went to Kinko's, which is now called FedEx, I believe. Kinko's FedEx. But it used to be Kinko's. It was just a copy center that you can go too, and you could rent computer time by the hour. And I went there and I designed business cards, and I had them, Kinkos, print them out on a regular sheet, cardstock, and I would come home and cut them out with a ruler and a razor blade, and then I would deliver them to the client. So I did that, and then I also learned how to make vinyl signs, and I went downtown in Spokane. I went downtown and walked through the little shops that are downtown and asked them if they need a sign. Obviously, those people that had a good sign I did not ask, but people that didn't have a good sign, I would go and talk to them. And I sold one, and I made a sign. I went, we used to have a sign supply store in Spokane, and I went over there and I bought a sheet of sign plywood or particle board that had like a white coating on the front. It was specifically for signs. So I bought that, and I bought some vinyl, sticky vinyl that you're supposed to use a machine to cut out the designs on. So I actually cut out the designs by hand using a razor blade, and then I stuck it onto this signboard, and I delivered it and installed it on their building. And I think I already talked about this in one of my other videos, but I later found out, many years later, that there's a movie with Chuck Norris in it that they taped downtown Spokane, and my sign is in that movie with Chuck Norris walking in front of it. So that was kind of cool. Again, I don't have the name of that movie. I totally forgot what it was. After I did the previous video about it, I went and looked it up, and I think I left it in the comments. But again, like I said, I don't remember what the name of that movie is. Oh, it was something about a jeweler, I think. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It's an old, probably 90s Chuck Norris movie. Because I made that sign in about 97, 98, probably. So the movie must have been done in 98 or 99 or 2000, something like that. Anyway, so I did that, and then all throughout my early 20s, I held my jobs, obviously my full-time jobs, but I also did various things on the side. Like I always did not websites, business cards for people. I did some flyers. After I worked in a jewelry place, the jewelry manufacturing place that I talked about in my video about all the jobs that I had. I learned how to do jewelry, so I did make some jewelry that I never sold. I fixed jewelry for people that I think maybe somebody paid me once, I don't know. But my mind is always turning. Like I've created probably 100 websites with all kinds of different ideas. My mind's always turning. There's always ideas going through it, and my dream is to not work for people. I haven't reached that point yet. I'm still even though I'm working as a contractor right now as a freelancer, I'm still working for a client, and every day there's an expectation of me being at the computer working on their stuff. My ideal situation would be where I create a product and then I sell it, and then the customer can either buy it or not buy it. But there's no expectation of me on daily basis to do something. So I will create the product on my own time. I will put it up for sale, and then it'll be available for sale at any time that the customer can come and buy it at any time that they're comfortable. So there's no direct interaction with the customer of me producing an item and them buying it. If I can reach that at some point, it will be awesome. Um, so the struggle I have is having enough time to come up with an idea and having enough time to produce the idea. But I think the biggest part that hinders me is the marketing part. Although I know how to market in theory, when it comes to marketing my own product, I hit a wall, and I think mainly because everything in marketing takes money. And for me to be able to do a um, a good marketing campaign, I need to have a large amount of money available to do it. I think that's what makes it hard, and I believe that is probably the biggest problem that most people that are entrepreneurial have, is having the capital to push an idea through to success. Maybe it's not for everybody like that, but that is the problem I noticed that I have. So you need to work hard to have the money to start a business where you're no longer working full time, but you're working as a freelancer, which gives you a little bit more freedom. And then you need to work hard to use that time to make more money, because unlocking yourself from a full-time job makes it available for you to make more money, because as a contractor you can control what kind of projects you work on, which ones make more money for you. You can work extra hours if you want to make more money, and you can leverage that so that it takes you a step farther into your goal. And then once you're a freelancer, you can unlock yourself to making more money, so then you can make more money, and then you use that money to then fund the next project that's going to be more of what you're trying to achieve. I don't know, that's kind of my thinking. I also will admit that I have a shiny object syndrome, where I will have a great idea and I will start working on it, and then I will get distracted or discouraged about the project by something, and I will either not work on it anymore or find reasons that I don't have time to work on it. And then, or I get distracted by something else that sounds like it's a better idea. And so there's never, or it's really hard to focus on something and just get it to the end. The last project that I was able to focus on was my blog, which I spent 2 years building, and I was super focused on it. I was working on it diligently, but like I said in one of my videos before, Google killed it. And so right now I feel like I failed at that project for the same reason that I failed with all the other ones. So I'm trying to hang on to it and not let it go. I'm trying to see if Google will reconsider and take their thumb off everybody's blogs and allow them to grow back again. My hope is that they do that, so then I can go back to it and continue growing it. so then all that work that I put into it is not lost. So I will go back to that blog in a few months. Right now it's just sitting there waiting, and I'm working on another project in the meantime that I started probably a month or two ago, probably 2 months ago. It's a piece of software that I'm building that I got an idea from being in a discussion group of a specific vertical of search engine optimization. And while chatting with all these people in this group, I found a need for this tool. So right now I'm trying to find time to work on this tool, and right now I only have a couple hours a week to work on it, and I'm getting pretty far with it. I want to crank it out, get it to a minimum viable product. Is that what it's called? MVP. So then I can launch it to this group and see if I can sell it to them. The step I'm stuck in right now is trying to figure out how to monetize it, because the software that I'm going to provide to them is going to be a free software that they can use with minimal options, and then to unlock all the extra options, they're gonna have to pay. And so that's what I'm working on right now. I'm hoping that in the next 2 months I'll be able to finish it and launch it, and then I'll see where it goes. I'm probably overthinking it in terms of how much potential it has, because this group is not big. But I know, again, I'm running into the problem of marketing it to these people. It's a closed group. They have a place for me to market to them, but I don't know how many of those people are actually looking in that marketing group where you can share your stuff and sell things. So that's gonna be another challenge. I can build it, but trying to market it is gonna be another trick. But that's another idea that I have, is to partner with some kind of a marketer that knows what they're doing in the marketing area, that has resources and connections, and build a product that they can market for me. So that's where I'm at. A lot of times when I'm working on projects, I feel like I'm wasting time, because I'm putting in so much work into something that I believe that would do a good job, like solve some problem, or like it's a good thing, but then you always have this second voice that's like telling you that you're wasting your time, that it's not gonna become anything, and so it's constant fight with yourself to get you to keep going. That is where this book I shared in my top 5 favorite books video, I talked about a book called Grit, which talks about perseverance and sticking to things through against all odds. Just stick through it and keep going, and you're supposed to have success by not giving up, because a lot of people give up right before they things start going good. And so I'm kind of in that bucket where I will stop working on something or quit before it starts growing. And with my blog, 2 years is a long time. I don't think I've spent 2 years working on anything else other than having a job, trying to push it through. So I feel like I put everything I had into this blog. So I'm still hoping that I'll be able to turn it around and move it forward. Anyway, that is my entrepreneur heart. That's a fun word to say. Um, I just I just want to work for myself. I want to be free. I feel like when you have a job, you're working for somebody, you're like a slave. You get paid for it, but it's the same thing as being a slave, and the employer provides you a place to live and food to eat. That's when you have a job and you're working and you're living paycheck to paycheck. That's pretty much what it is. You're just a slave, and your boss pays for the bills, for your food, for your mortgage, for everything, and you're just living paycheck to paycheck, and you're just slaving away every day. I don't like that. It's very discouraging to me, and so I want to not do that. And I can't see myself ever losing that feeling. I feel like I will always be like that, and I have no choice but to figure out how to achieve that goal. Well, that's it. That's all I have to say about that. Please like the video. Tell me your thoughts. If you're entrepreneurial, what struggles you face in your work or your journey of reaching your goals. Thank you for watching. I will see you in tomorrow's video then. Okay, bye bye.